Hello everyone, welcome back to Invisible Ink, now featuring Olivia Gladstone. I mean, we can sell the charge pack. I don't know if it's that important to do. Like, what does the charge pack sell for? 200, that might actually be good enough. I would have 527 then? I don't really want anything for 527. So I could carry the charge pack. We have plenty of inventory space after all. Give it to Olivia and see in case she needs to KO multiple people, maybe? We could upgrade someone's strength. Seems like a pretty stupid idea. We could sell the charge pack to upgrade Anarchy. Maybe. But aren't we hitting another detention center real soon? Yeah. I just want to, like, make sure I have enough money to feed this agent some good upgrades, right? It's only 6 hours. I thought it might be as much as 9. Or 7, at least. I guess 7, that's right. Yeah, 12, 7, 9. Isn't that what I said? It's not a bad guess. Yeah, because the next agent might need both speed and anarchy. Boy, I feel like I didn't get many credits that mission. I guess it's because I'm not dumping all my money into anarchy. But as a result, like, I don't need to spend so much on anarchy. I can spend it on other stuff. Yeah. So I guess Internationale is kind of our scout. Obviously, that's what she's great at. We just made her better at it by giving her more AP. And we have these two who kind of do mixed things. Olivia is probably going to be relegated to cleanup duty. Just like picking up safes nobody else wants to mess with. Yeah, let's go grab that fourth agent. Actually, I forgot. Even there was that bug fix mod that changes the probability to find a non-agent at a detention center. And I remember I was like, oh, we'll leave it at the way vanilla is, because apparently if you read the code, it looks like vanilla tried to do something but didn't do it correctly. Where half of the time, if your very most recent mission you picked up an agent and you visit a detention center again, half the time you don't get an agent. And vanilla did that. But apparently it's clear from reading the code that what they meant was if the last time you were at the detention center you found an agent, then half the time you should find, like, just some money instead of another agent. And I was like, no, I want detention centers to be guaranteed to give me agents. I like that bug. I don't see any need to fix it. But actually, we're in the case where even in vanilla... Oh, hang on. Internationale should maybe be scouting. Even in vanilla, we're not guaranteed an agent this way. Olivia, will you go check this way? There is a door there. Okay. So I think we actually have only a 50% chance to find our fourth agent here. Which is a little too bad, but I don't think I would do things differently. Huh. There's, like, not much more progress I can make here. I guess I can get a slightly better peek by standing here. And then bring International up this way. And that puts me in position to get a parasite down. Okay, that was worth something. What is that? Oh, camera. So I can't go here if I want to get back to this space next turn. Or in this same turn. But I can at least go here, and conceivably that might have found another mainframe device, although it seems unlikely. Here, a pulse drone over here somewhere. And a guard here. He might be coming through the door. So we should be careful of him, but, you know, not so careful that I don't explore at all. Oof. Okay, well, we can send Banks there if we want, maybe? But it just, like, it goes out to this door, so all it would be doing is Banks would be maybe helping helping Olivia be useful a little sooner, but I think we should just send everyone through this door instead. Moving slowly in case of cameras. If there's a camera back here, it won't see me. It's too far away. What the heck is this? Just some weird looking cover, I guess. Okay. Nothing in there, fair enough. It's a safe would be nice to have. I'm gonna just hang out in here in like this excellent cover. This is very slightly riskier than here. Well, not really. They're both only really a risk if someone comes into this exact area. I guess here we'd be safe if someone walked here, whereas if we were here we wouldn't. I'm willing to do this, the very, very slightly riskier thing, just to get another half move point next turn. It's just like so not very risky that I'm not going to worry about it. It doesn't seem important to get to this safe right away, but like, am I going to need the power next turn? I want to get to it fairly soon, I guess. There is a door right here. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit it. It's just like, should I be saving for wisps or something? Probably not. I guess the other thing is I could have ended International's turn here and peeked, and thereby gotten less moves next turn. Or no, I wouldn't have had a peek. I would have had even less moves. Yeah, never mind. He's around here. Are you kidding me? Actually, this was even safer, now that I think about it, than the alternative. Because there's some cover to duck behind now, which there wouldn't have been if I'd ended my turn here. Now there's time for another agent to... Well, okay. Turns out we can just go bonk him now. I wasn't really ready to commit to sprinting. I just, like, accidentally right-clicked. I'm not even sure which of these agents should... Like, you want Olivia to do it so you gain power, right? But you kind of want Banks to paralyze the guy. Maybe we can just commit both agents. It's fine. Why 3? Oh, he's a vulnerable spot. Nice. Alright. You're safe, International. Carry on. Get down, Mr. President. Not quite. You didn't take a bullet, you just zapped somebody. It's quite unlucky that he came up here, but it was always a possibility. I think it is worth paralyzing this guy. How many turns do you get? You get 3. So, I mean, if he's down for 6 turns, that's pretty much forever. But I think it might be more important to explore and try to get a better wisp. I'd like to hang out here so I can get the safe cheaply next turn, but it's more important to be able to defend myself. We didn't nobody heard us doing all this sprinting, so there's probably not anyone else in here, but there might be someone over here. If there is, I don't want them to notice me. I just want to peek at them. Okay, the exit, and pretty much nothing here. I'll peek just in case these aren't the same room. They're not, okay. I'm not prepared to open this door. Whew, look at all this stuff. 2 data blasts here seems reasonable. To give me vision where the turret is. Okay, a pulse drone. Why is it not, like, on? We turned on the power grid. Shouldn't it be, like, looking around? Oh, it is, but it just, right, it doesn't... show up in red because it's a friendly device, of course. Sure. Alright, I think I'll leave it off then. I don't want to shoot the pulse drone, really. Yeah, as I thought, we can't actually drag him. If someone noticed me here, they still actually wouldn't see this, would they? This wall is in the way, I think. Yeah, so I can go ahead and open this door. There can't be any cameras back there. I don't think there will be any guards. I didn't shut the door because I'm stupid. Where do I want to hang out? I could check the shop. I guess that's fine. Shock Trap 3 is pretty valuable, but I don't know that I want to spend 1,000 on it. We need that to train up our agent's speed so that we can get through missions without needing Shock Trap 3s. We could buy a Buster Chip too, but I'm not really in any urgent need of cheaper firewall hacking. We could buy International a weapon, I suppose. Just to protect herself. We're about to have a 4th agent and only 2 weapons to go around. That is a little bit dangerous. I think I'll do that. Ranged weapons are very powerful, but I'd rather have melee weapons because they're easier to control, right? You don't accidentally... You can, like, knock someone out, but only if they're going to cause you a problem. Whereas the ranged weapon is like if they come anywhere into the room, you shoot them, which is a bit rich. Are these are lethal, so I really can't go through there, huh? Alright. Well, we'll just wait here then. And I guess that's it. I could hack the pulse drone just to... Yeah, it has so much power. Let's go for it. It looks cheap. It's only one, but actually it's like one now, and then one several times over the next few turns. So it costs a lot. But it'll help me scout this area, which I can't do without it. Like, there might be a door here that I don't know about. And that would be pretty important. I don't know, I guess International could have scouted it. But it also lets me scout this area, right? See if there's anything behind the exit. Ooh, I heard a guard down here.
Alarm level 1. Additional cameras. Walls have eyes.
Demon database isn't that valuable. Yet, anyway. Okay, there's the power grid. Oh my god. Have I hit 2 Rubiks? I only remember hitting 1. I guess it is day 3. Maybe everything starts with 2 firewalls. Alright, we might need to start investing in hacking if we're gonna have to spend all this power every mission. I mean, it's 9 to break through all this stuff, which is tolerable, but not like, ideal. Okay, a drone saw me? Where is it? What? How come I was able to hear that a drone is seeing me? Oh, no. That wasn't the sound of a drone hearing. That was the sound of me noticing the console. So then the question is, why do I know that someone's here? I think because there's a guard who saw this. But I should have heard the guard say, huh? Shouldn't I? Maybe he's so far away that I can't hear him, and since I also can't see him, I don't get to know that he's doing it? So, like, he should be way back here, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and peek and just stand here ambushing if necessary. I don't think it is. He shouldn't get here in one turn, right? 1, 2, 3... 6, 7.5. Yeah, so you can't quite get there. Is that Decker again? No, it's Tony again. Alright, I like Tony. He's a good addition to any team. Oh. Pulse drone went down here, so... I didn't see how it got there, but I assume through a door here. Alright, so even though I haven't finished hacking it yet, it's good to know that it's good to be in the middle of hacking it. Alright, so these are insane data blasts, right? Where do I want to hang out with the body? Like, not anywhere this camera can see me. I could put it here. But then I can't get out of this area without the camera noticing me. So... I guess everything interesting to do is this way? Oh, I heard a guard in this area, didn't I? Maybe I shouldn't sprint. International, can you, like, see what's up on the other side of this door? Well, probably she can't, right? Alright, so this guy's gonna be right here, but he won't have opened the door yet. So... I could shut the door and, like, hide... somewhere else? Get his attention next turn to be able to, like, ambush him? Or not ambush him, but what I'd like to do is get behind him. I guess an ambush wouldn't be the worst outcome. Because I do have the paralyzer. Okay, I think the plan is we wait here with the door shut. Next turn, we sprint to, like, here. And then get back to hiding here. We grab his money, and we walk in. And we save Tony. By the way, it's very good to know that we're getting Tony, right? Because we don't necessarily have to worry about hacking all the safes anymore. God, look at all these cameras. 3 firewalls. I mean... I feel like I'm gonna hack this whole area with... Wait. I just had a thought. We heard a guard walking around in here. Where's the system admin? I've hacked a couple devices by now. There should be a system admin coming to check this out. What did I hack most recently? The shop, right? Well, and this at the same time, I think. Wait. Oh, right, yeah. That's the turret power supply. Just double check. Anyone down here? Doesn't seem like it. I can't tell the turret to shoot the camera. I don't know if I would want to if I could. It might be nice. I mean, I have so much power, but, like, it's gonna cost a lot to get the stuff... to get these things and this stuff, right? I wish I could see whether this door is open. It is open. But that might be like Fog of War. I might be wrong about it. Well, wait, that doesn't make sense. When would I have ever opened this door myself? I've never stepped foot here. Right? Right? So I must have seen a drone go through here at some point. That's why the door is open. Okay. The fact this door is open, like, I still don't really care about the camera. It won't see much of anything. I can get through here, okay. But no, I want to go through here to get to whatever door this guy found, so... I don't know. I guess Tony is the highest priority. And then maybe these agents should not be hanging out by this door, but should be trying to make sure they dodge whoever might the system in if he comes in here. So maybe we just double data blast this, but not apply the third yet. And we parasite this so that we can finish it off. We won't be ready to go in there next turn anyway, so this is low enough. And now these are relatively attainable. Okay. I guess I should Overwatch. If someone comes in here, I don't want them discovering us. Pulse drone's way down there. Okay, the system in came in after the turret. Fine. Not sure what he noticed now. Pulse drone makes it kind of awkward to get in there. I guess I could shut this door on him? What the heck is his patrol? He went from here to here and now here? So I guess that's his patrol. It's weird that he's not going this way, but... So if I can just shut this door, he won't scan me. We're not really taking care of this guard's body anymore if I do this. Okay, remember the plan with this guy.
Did you hear that?
I think we should send... Ooh, another camera? I was gonna say we should send Internationale to lock these just because she has a little bit more movement. But actually she doesn't, and I'm just wrong. No, she does, right? 3 speed versus 2, yeah. And she's just like generally better at scouting. So I could go here... Shut both of these doors. And also peek at this one, I guess? Seems okay.
What?
Oh, I didn't think he would be looking this way. I just wanted to get him into view so I could tag him. Yeah, it makes sense though. Alright, so we're not going all the way down there. I could tag all these guards. The 3 that I found so far. That's a reasonable use of power. Oh. 4. Yeah. Forgot about that guy. Oh, and the Wisp is, or the drone is coming back up this way. Weird patrol route. Okay. Well, looks like we're not going to get down to this area for a while, both because of power and guards, so... I'll just come back up here, I suppose, and get this guy out of sight. Try to stay ready for when I can actually interact with this area.
Investigating area. Must be jumpy tonight.
Looking around. I must be jumpy tonight.
We got the pulse drone. I'm a little surprised the Sysadmin is not going after the pulse drone right now. I guess I also got this device at the same time. Okay.
Did you hear something?
You can keep your keycard, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know. Tony might as well carry it. It's not like he's going to be loaded up with stuff. So the idea was to give him a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I should be safe here. And that does require a sprint, okay. Which of these is closest to the door? They are the same. Alright, so there's a security door here, but I don't think we can use it, can we? Drones can move through it when they're controlled by the enemy, but I think not when they're controlled by me. Seems a little unfair, but there you have it. And my other agents don't have any keycards, do they? No. Banks is one, and Tony has one, but these two don't. So the only way they're going to make useful progress is this way. And to do that, we need to either KO this guy or just get out of his way. Oh, actually, we just walk past him right now, can't we? Yeah, that's true. It's only peripheral. So I'll let Olivia stay back. International is going to scout ahead. Pass card's nice. Should have checked, actually. If it had seen me here, that would have been a little embarrassing. I don't have quite enough to hack all of this, and I kind of should wait till next turn anyway. So let's just hang out. Okay, yeah, it does connect back through here. We knew that. So given that I don't need the pulse drone to go over here, I'll discover whether pulse drones can open doors. No. Can I just send you in here and kill you? Or it won't kill you. It'll lower the door, won't it? The laser beam. It'll be like, oh, a friendly drone is coming through. Let me let him in. That's as good a use case as any that I'm likely to get out of this drone, I think. Oh, he's not as useful here as I thought he would be, because he's staring at that safe that I want to hack. Whoops. Well, we can get around him anyway. It'll just mean we can't leave quite as quickly as we otherwise might have been able to. Just can't find anything useful to do with this drone. Well, that's not true. I could send him to scout ahead of International. Get a view of more devices in this area, maybe, so we get an even better data blast. It means there'll be a data drone in the area when International gets there, which is not perfect, but it's not a huge problem, I don't think. Alright, everyone's safe, right? No. Well, Olivia wants to hang out here. I think she would have been safe, but we want to pin the guy. And I think we may as well trade this, a charge on this for 3 power. She's a psycho. Let's drag this guy further away so that if the sysadmin continues to come into this area... Although I guess he won't, because I'll be hacking a bunch of stuff. Anyway, then if necessary, I could duck into this room. but it shouldn't be necessary. I don't think I need any parasites. Well, I might as well take the demon database in that case.
Investigating.
Hello.
area. I must be jumpy tonight.
Investigating the area. Guess it was nothing.
So he does have direct sight of this square, I believe, right? Yeah. Wait. No? Shouldn't he? Why is this guy not lighting up? I'm pretty sure he should, because there's no way you could have this watched without watching this, I think. It's just not showing because there's a drone there? No. How could he not have sight of that? Alright, I mean, I guess I'll take your word for it. If I hack this camera, I'll be able to... Ooh. Found the last guard, I think. He's the last one, right? Oh, this guy doesn't count. We found 2 in here, the drone, and 2 guards here. So there is actually 1 more. But I'm still pretty sure this is a good triple data blast. Oh, I missed this one. Whoops. Ugh. Clicked carelessly. Alright then, a quadruple data blast. Yeah, apparently he doesn't see it. I'm pretty sure that's in a normal guard's vision cone. I'm not sure what his deal is.
What?
This guy's going to require a little bit of finagling, but should be fine. Oh! No, I still have enough moves. I should move here this turn. I shouldn't be in such a rush to pickpocket him. I need to get by him. That's more important. And putting him, say, here would be a good way to do that.
What?
Good thing she got all those moves from that gigantic data blast. Okay. So, Tony sadly doesn't have enough moves to get to the safe right now, but we can take this guy's heart monitor out, which is, like, marginally useful. I guess I should have had Banks get out first, now that I think of it. Because she has more move points and Tony's going to be in the way. This is an alright spot to be. It's fine. It's in his blind spot. Any devices that I want? I don't think so. This one is like okay, but not very useful. I only have 3 power to spend before I have to use fusion again. Maybe that should be a tag. Or a wisp, rather. I'll wait, though, until this drone is an enemy, so that I can tag it. And then catch these two as well. Also, I could shoot this guy with the turret, but I definitely don't want to do that. So the question is, where do I want Olivia? Do I start bringing her into this area? Anticipating that Tony may let her get through someday? It seems like it could be useful to have her down here, I think, and out of this corridor. Okay, seems good.
Looking around. Nothing.
These guys should be distracted for a while by the downed drone. Actually, the sysadmin isn't going to notice it. Okay, here's our wisp. Yeah, we're going to have just enough. It doesn't get the drone? No? Okay, he was already tagged, apparently. Now this guy thinks he's coming into this room, but actually he's not. Oh no, he's not going to see the drone either! Oh my gosh. Well, this is all the guards, right? No, it's still not. It's 4 and a pulse drone, plus this special guy who doesn't count as one of the 5. So there should be another guard in here? Are you for real? I'm just like, I kind of need to sprint to get in there. I could get there slowly by like hanging out over here, but this guy is... He's stationary right here, just looking over the whole room. Like, I think he would be staring straight at the door if he were here. I could get through this door, hide out over here if that were useful. Ah, there is some power here that I can play with. So I could use a ping. And that would let International sprint. Actually, double check, what am I going here for? I guess the last guard at least, but are there safes as well? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there should be 2 safes over here. And I guess the last guard. I think I will sprint.
Did you hear that?
Did you hear that?
Oh my god, he's staring right at the damn door. Okay, but at least I got it all noticed. I thought I moved here? I must have misclicked? Okay, so now we kind of just have to relax for a bit. Send everyone here, where they'll all notice that down drone, I guess? It's mostly this guy I want to move, so that I don't have to KO him, but I might as well move the others as well. Now, do I put down a parasite on one of these safes? Seems like I probably should. Maybe both? Yeah, it's gonna take forever to get Tony here, so I might as well get started on them. And I don't need the data blast, because I'm not gonna be able to get in there for ages. So just spending 1 power to get them eventually is all I really need to do. Tony could sprint, right? No one's gonna hear him. This guy's super far away. This guy's on the other side of this giant gulf. But actually, I don't need him. Well, I want him to end his turn here, and he needs to sprint to do that. Could Banks sprint? Yeah, there's no guards anywhere near her. That door is closed, right? Yeah. Okay, I mean, this infiltration has worked out fairly well. Getting in here is tricky, but it was going to be tricky, like, no matter what with all these guards. Just going to have to make sure to evade the pulse drone and distract this guy again, I guess. Well, actually, it's just this guy I need to distract, right? Maybe I could slip by him next turn. Yeah. Maybe. It depends which way he's facing. Because everyone from here will be down in this area. I can just nip in and... Not a lot of cover in here, but you don't need that much. I should maybe have moved up closer to Banks so Banks could paralyze him. Whatever. It would save me a turn of cooldown. This isn't on cooldown yet. Or... Oh, the firewalls are going up, so these are going to take even longer.
What the? Nothing.
Grenade out! Investigating. Nothing.
This drone is down. Must be imagining things.
So, it turns out this guy, sadly, is in the way of the door. But yeah, because he threw this grenade, right? There's a grenade here. But I can actually like still get behind him because none of these guys are coming back into the room yet. They're pinning the drone and all just being like, "What the heck is going on in here? I heard a noise. Did you hear a noise? There was super noisy for some reason. Maybe the air conditioner is getting old." I should be able to just like hang out over here, yeah? I'll peek to double check, but I mean he notices this square, but that's fine.
Did you see that? What?
The range on this is just like a 3x3 square, I think. So over here I should be perfectly safe. I think I probably want him to be about here. And I can just afford a peek in here. I guess I'd already seen this stuff. No, I just walked near it, that's right. And I think I'll hang out right where I am. No one's coming in here, and I don't want to spend a move point ducking into cover for no reason. Tony, if you would be so good. I don't know really if that's going to turn out to be useful at all, but I can shuttle some agents into this room, which is probably better than not being able to do that. Well, certainly it's better to be able to. The question is whether it's better to actually do so. It depends on how we're going to deal with all these guys. Like, one of the guards comes back out here. Yeah, I want to have someone down in this area to... be able to sprint and make noise to distract the guard who's here, so that International can get back out. And likewise, a sprint here might get this guy? I forget where he was standing, but somewhere in this cluster, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't think so. A sprint here, maybe? I might get his attention. And we want to be able to do something about these guards as well. That guy's armor is troubling. I mean, I can drag him through. I'm just worried that having a body in here might be more problematic than helpful. And, like, I can have Banks paralyze him if I leave him up here. Well, I can paralyze him either way. But I might not need to keep him pinned because he'll be paralyzed for like 6 turns, right? So I could just leave him up here and bring both agents down if I wanted. But I feel like I want an agent over here as well. Like one on each side so that I can approach things more flexibly. So I think I'm going to have Banks. She could sprint and then just come back up here, but there's not really any need to. Hello? Why can I not paralyze this guy? You have to be standing on a guard to paralyze him? I didn't know that. That's interesting. You can like steal from him if you're adjacent, but apparently to paralyze you have to be standing on him. You know what? I don't have to wait for him to come back here. Well, I'm not going to have 9 power, so it's not like I can just open this up next turn. But I could maybe distract this guy into this area if I wanted to, by sprinting next turn. Not sure that's a good idea. Especially because his grenade clearing approach means he'll be standing right in the doorway, which is awkward. But anyway, I think I want to be around here somewhere. Okay, finally done with this turn. It's definitely slower than playing vanilla.
Investigating area.
More to think about.
I must be jumpy tonight.
I'm investigating. Yeah, we got nothing.
What? Stop. That's not right. It didn't say he was coming here. Well, I could have gotten back into cover. Having all these guards alerted is a little annoying. The main issue is I can't do anything about this guy. I won't have ping for a couple turns. Like, clearly I can duck International into this corner, and then I won't have an immediate problem, because I can shoot this guy. Or actually just, I think maybe Olivia could sprint to here and get pretty much everyone to swarm on this area?
Damn it, they got away.
Oh, also she does have flash grenades. Right, but so this is what I was thinking is...
What was that? Investigating.
That got these two. And then I can grab this guy by sprinting here.
Investigating.
And now nobody's worried about International anymore, right? I don't know why he's going here. But it's fine with me, I guess. We could maybe try to get just this guy's attention with Banks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take him out while I still can. Ah! If I can do it with Olivia, which I can, then I would gain enough power that International can just be in there for a single turn. I don't understand this guy's deal. Like, he definitely heard the noise, right? I guess if not, International can just shoot him next turn, but I'm pretty sure he did. So what I'm thinking is a sprint to here will attract just that one guard. The problem, I guess, is that the system admin is going this way anyway. Oh wait, what a weird... Look at this! Both guard doors right next to each other. Didn't notice that. Anyway. And so if we ambush here, there's no way to say, oh, I only want to ambush the security guard, right? As opposed to the, but I think we can just ambush both of them and it should be okay. The problem is if I ambush the... Well, if I ambush anybody, another guard's gonna pop out of this door. Maybe that's not such a great idea. The labyrinth is just so unpleasant. These guys are all coming into here, right? I still don't understand why. Oh, this is the Pulse Drone who's ending his turn here. Got it. Huh. Well, I can get extra power like 2 turns from now by ambushing this guy. I still don't understand where he's going. Is he also going here? It's kind of weird. I don't know. He should be. Oh wait, I only need 6 power to get through this, because these are all going to have less less firewalls on them next turn. I will have 6 power. So International can get in and then get ready to get out, although with the Labyrinth it's going to be really slow going. Okay. I think we want to let the system admin get out. There's not really any good way to stop him. And then just hang out in here with Olivia. Ready to make another noise if necessary, and to KO some people if necessary. Could parasite the Rubiks. Being able to get through here in 2 turns is pretty cool. But then I don't actually feel very comfortable that I'll have enough power to do everything I want to do. I technically will have enough, right? Because I'll have 8 total. 6 here and 2 here. But that would leave me with just barely enough for fusion. And if I wait until next turn and put in the Data Blasts here, the Parasite here would be cheaper by a lot. Tony can't disable this, can he? No, he can get the security guard, but which is fine. Okay, I think this is as good a spot. No, we need to move Banks somewhere useful. Let's put her here. So that she can make a noise in this area if necessary. I'm actually... Oh, this guy's not tagged! That's why I don't... Oh, I just realized.
Investigate. Intruder. What was that? Stop there.
And that drew everyone else into this area. Okay. This is not a salvageable situation. We need to rewind here. But before I go, I can at least see what's going on in this area. See if, like, these safes are worth coming in for, even. Maybe I can change my mind if they're garbage. Oh, the net downlink is a nice feature, isn't it? Forgot about that. Hang on. Don't trigger the Labyrinth until you use as many moves as you can. Okay. Turns out it's still going to have full effect. I guess we're rewinding anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, she can get pretty far. I spent so long looking at that turn. I was like, what's that guy doing? I don't understand. But I put it down to that like weird bug where sometimes it doesn't show you the guard's paths. And only realized as soon as I hit enter, like, oh yeah, he's... Oh, I mean, I guess it's not unsalvageable, is it? I do have these grenades. I would prefer to survive with them. And be able to sell them, of course. But... I could even just KO this guy with my gun. Get Olivia to cover here. The problem is Olivia can't do anything to save Banks. So Banks would still get shot, which is not the end of the world. She's right by the exit. But we have that's a lot of alert guards to have the plan of like Sorry, who sees this square? The camera. Tony doesn't have a weapon. I'm thinking that I can maybe get out of this without having to spend the grenades or a rewind. I could rewind, but I'm not sure how much better things would be. It might be nice to just spend one ammo and then not rewind. I don't have ping yet, right? Right. So my idea would be International shoots this guy. He goes down. Olivia steps here where this guard can't see her and shuts the door. Then Banks walks over here and gets herself shot. Why would that be a good idea? Well, I'll tell you. Then Olivia, with 6 moves left, would go 1, 2.5, 3, 4, 5.5. Okay, she would have to sprint. But she could get here and KO this guard, who would turn to follow Banks. I guess there is a substantial downside of all of this, which is that as soon as we KO a guard, we're adding another guard from over here. And we won't have enough power. Sorry. We won't have any weapons left. Well, we'll have Banks' weapon, actually. Which we could maybe give to Tony and have him ambush near the guard door? Or we could just rewind and not get caught out in the open like this. Then we wouldn't have any alert guards. Right? I mean, we did just alert several of them. Yeah, let's rewind. This fixes all of them being alert, right? I believe, because we can actually put Central or International back in cover instead of just hanging out in the open. No, it doesn't fix that. Okay, I could have could have rewound when I got here, obviously.
Damn it, they got away.
They got away.
Okay.
Hey,
was that?
investigating.
Investigating.
So International, please observe this guy for me. Yeah, he's gonna go throw a grenade. And then we wanted to get this guy as well. This whole part of the plan, I think, is fine. Oh, we actually didn't want that guy because, yeah, we do. Anyway, and then we step back here, and when this guy comes through, we KO him. And then all the other guards will charge right past these two who are by the door, heading over to this spot that they actually want to investigate. Tony could re-disable this to let Banks in here if we wanted. I think that's a good idea. She has a weapon. And can just hang out here. Or, I mean, she'll probably just give her weapon to Olivia, right? We're certain no one's coming in here and investigating. Yeah. What?
Additional guard controls.
Oh, he is facing the other way. Okay, I don't know how he managed to turn without moving. Like, that's some secret tech, right? Oh, this is the guy with 2 armor as well. I don't have a good way to deal with him. Well, grenades, I guess. I could also shut this door. Is that interesting to do? We've got tons of power, and we've got this new guard. I'm not quite sure why she's been doing 3 KO. Oh, because she keeps KOing guys who are like... Well, not this time, but before she KO'd someone who was vulnerable. Closing this door seems actually pretty cool. I don't know. Where's this guy going right now? He's going... Like, he wants to go here. They both do, right? My problem is there's no way to rearrange my agents. Like, I just need to drag this guy's body out of the way so that Olivia can KO the next guy who comes through here. But I can't do that. Because there's no space. Well, yeah, there is. What am I talking about? I move Banks up here. No. I trade weapons. I move Banks up here. I drag the body. I drop the body. And I ambush again. And then we pin this guy, because why not, right? Now, International should not sprint. But we can pop these guys open. That's a nice find. 'Cause it means we have more AP to use for International. I probably keep calling her Central or some stupid stuff like that. Now we don't actually have to KO anyone. Right? We can get his attention here. And then duck back into cover. Or even here? No, I would have needed to sprint to do this. But it would completely fix the problem of this guy having some weird path because there's two people who want to explore on the same tile. If I pulled this guy back over, right? If he stood here and looked here, I could duck around him like that. Yeah, I think this is a good play.
Hey, investigating.
Great. Now I don't need this ambush. But it's on anyway. Because why not? Let's get ready to take the Pulse Drone? I mean, it's hard to imagine I would need it. The camera actually is, I guess, a bigger concern. It might notify them of my retreat. Oh, I forgot how far away fucking Tony is. Jeez, okay. You might as well do this again. Shutting all these doors for no particular reason. Remember there's this guy also. Who knows what he's gonna do. Oh my god, don't just put Tony right where the guy can see him if he comes this way. Actually, maybe it would be fine. That would... No, because if he's coming this way, I mean... Okay, this was a mistake. Yeah, if he sees Tony, it means he would have been totally harmless and has just become dangerous. I should have stayed back here. And peeked so I could see where he's going.
Looking around. Huh? Stop.
Yeah.
Investigating area.
What? You should see him. See her. You should absolutely have seen her. Guess I should have grabbed that camera, huh? Okay, so as long as we avoid... Oh god, Tony's in so much... I don't know, he's not in a ton of trouble, but he's not going to be pleasant to rescue. It's just going to cost me a bunch of time is all.
Damn it, they got away.
So we could KO this guy, but that triggers another guard this turn instead of next, which I'm not a fan of. I think we all just kind of saunter over to the exit. I don't want to get scanned by the Pulse Drone, so I guess I'll stand here. I'm not even sure that's safe. But I think it is. I need several spaces down here that are in cover. This shouldn't be. The pulse drone can scan there. I don't know, maybe he scans here as well. This camera is going to get a good look at Tony on the way, by the way. But we should be able to use ping to extract everyone at this point, I think.
Investigating. Someone's down. Calling it in.
Alarm level 4. Additional guard patrols. Stay out of their way.
Right, so my thinking with Tony is that we can probably just sprint. I don't think this guard would hear me here. The camera would tell him to come look at me there, but I won't be there anymore, right? This is still showing for some reason? Weird. And if I sprint and get like all the way, say, here? I'm not sure. I think this guy... Oh, he has a better peripheral vision, so he actually would see me. Okay. Alright, where are you going next? That's sort of important to know. Nowhere. Great. I think we just hang out right here. Until we know what this guy's up to. I don't want to be here and have him spot Tony again and have Tony not be able to get away this time. I guess I could hang out here. Duck behind this wall if he does come this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, he could definitely spot Tony. It's quite realistic that he would even choose to. Is it, though? Only if you were coming up this way, but there's some places up here he might want to go. I don't think it's worth doing. This area seems to be, like, handled at this point, right? So we just need everyone to... Ooh. Look at how fast she is. She could actually knock this guy out. Should I fusion? I don't think I should, right? For the next 2 turns, it's net negative. And if I'm still here 3 turns from now, it's only barely positive. And I don't think... I don't know. Like, what am I gonna need more than 10 power for? Data blast on the pulse drone, maybe? But I won't need more than 6 for that. A ping? A tag? Like, that's plenty. I don't need more. The problem is I'm not 100% sure that running here and then ambushing will actually knock him out. So I think what we can do instead is hang out like here. Oh! I can just sprint to here and guarantee where this guy goes. He'll hear me. And I can ambush him and knock him out, and we'll be good to go. No one else will hear, right? That's a pulse drone. He can't hear.
something?
And that means Tony can stand here. These guys can all get ready. Let's shut this door on the way. Oh, it's like not on the way. Yeah, I don't want to be there. Where's this guy going? He's examining here, I guess? This guy's going back to check out that area. Let's have a good peek, just in case. Likewise, I guess, here. And you might as well peek. Wait a minute. Will he see me through here? Oh, I can't tell, but... No. I guess not. But okay, I can use a ping to make absolutely certain, right? That he doesn't look that way. Just go check out that corner. Now there's nobody who can complicate the scenario at all.
Investigating area.
She has had a field day, hasn't she? And I believe the camera should alert this guy. Although, I have enough power, since I didn't use fusion, that I can actually take out the camera. And no one else is coming into the area at all. I could have put a parasite on this and it would be cheaper. But Tony can't get here in one turn, so we're gonna need 2, so we might as well take out the camera. And then I'll be totally bust on power. But Tony can get there in 2 turns, right? As long as one of them is sprinting, and that can be the second. This has been a very slow extraction at the end here, but you know, that's what I asked for. Harder missions. It's lucky this guy had a vulnerable point. Yeah, Banks, if you could close that door, it would make me feel much more comfortable. And then everyone just get out of the Pulse Drone's way. Alright, I think we're good to go. Hello?
Investigating.
What are you doing here? Alright, we can get out though still. I didn't think they would see this, but I guess the Pulse Drone having opened the door made... Oh, I never did tag that guy who went... No, I did. I don't know. No, this guy's not tagged, but he wasn't the problem. I'm not sure what happened with these guys. Anyway, so just double check that Tony can get to the exit. He can. So, Banks... Save International's life.
They got away. Investigating. Hey, investigating.
Investigating.
Really don't care about that.
Enforcers deployed. They will be your death.
Not planning on dying today, Incognita.
What was it? What was that? Investigating.
Alright, see you guys. No problem, got everything, spent no resources. It was a little bit dicey, as you can sort of see by the post-game summary. But we picked up Tony, we looted everything, and we didn't spend any resources at all. Except for the ones we spent, of course, on buying this. We didn't, like, you know, use up something tactically. We used it strategically. Whew. I hope not to have every mission be like that. It's pretty exhausting. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.